Hello and welcome to Opening Bars. I was introduced to this group many years ago by a good friend who was studying trumpet. He played records by Bill Chase and Al Vizzuti, as well as The Tower of Power, Blood, Sweat and Tears, and Earth, Wind and Fire. And of course, we listened to Chicago, the self-described rock and roll band with horns. Songwriter Robert Lamm had this to say about this piece in an interview with Billboard in 2016. Saturday in the Park is a prime example of how I take from what I experience in the world. It was written as I was looking at footage from a film I shot in Central Park over a couple of years back in the early 70s. I shot this film, and somewhere down the line I edited it into some kind of narrative, and as I watched the film I jotted down some ideas based on what I was seeing and had experienced. And it was really kind of that peace and love thing that happened in Central Park, and in many parks all over the world, perhaps on a Saturday, where people just relax and enjoy each other's presence, and the activities we observe and the feelings we get from feeling a part of a day like that. It fascinates me as I listen to renditions over the years that the band has never really altered the opening bars. It is played the same and received with the same enthusiasm by listeners the world over as it always has. Let's take a look. We'll use the treble clef for the right hand and the bass clef with a sub-8 for the left hand, a key signature with no sharps or flats, and a time signature of 4/4. Our 4-bar chord progression is A minor 11, D7, D minor 7 over G, and C major. It's essentially a cycle of fifths, and I really like that 4 chord with the added sixth over the dominant G, a frequently heard chord in popular music. Let's look at the rhythm. The rhythm is, at its heart, 2 quarter notes and 2 eighth notes. This is augmented by a syncopation, which includes a small additional eighth on the and of beat 1. I wish I could say more about it, but I think part of its charm and endurance is its simplicity. When you play this, keep the left hand quarter notes pounding away at a strict and constant pulse. Think of them as a combined bass and bass drum hit. There is no real nuance to this performance, and neither does there need to be. My advice would be to strike the full 4-note chords evenly, both vertically and horizontally. What do I mean by that? Well, by vertically I mean that the velocities of each note should all be within the same range. By way of example, I'll play these chords with all notes present, but lessen the volume of one note out of each. Notice how the timbre of the chord changes. Now, on a synthesizer or electronic piano with fewer dynamic layers, this may not be as important. But where you place the chords horizontally, and by this I mean in relation to the pulse and to each other, is also vitally important. Although this is syncopated, precision is still paramount. Robert Lamm has been very open about saying that he took specific inspiration for this song from You Won't See Me by the Beatles. Let's take a look at that piece to see where the correlation lies. I'll play a bit of that tune for you now. Well, the differences first. Here we're in A major, not C major. The left hand is arpeggiated with a tie over beats 2 and 3. The progression here is A major, B7, D major, and A major. A 1, 2, 7, 4, and 1. Whereas Saturday in the Park is a minor 6-7 plus a fourth, 5-7 of 5, a 4 chord over the dominant 5 with the added sixth, and 1. So quite a bit richer in color and complexity. The vocal melodies bear no resemblance to each other, and I would say texturally and timbrally they're different too. So all that really leaves is the right hand rhythm, and that's where I hear the similarity. The chromatic motif in the piano too really binds the two together orally as well. Let's rearrange that a bit so you can hear it a bit better. I hope you enjoyed your lesson today. Remember, don't just play notes. Make music. Until next time, thanks for listening.